What's up, crew? Oh my gosh, welcome back to my channel. I like can't believe we're here with the setup. We've got like the lights and the camera. I do have all my products in like a bin and my makeup mirror here. But we're here. You guys, we're back with a makeup tutorial. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you my everyday makeup routine and we're kind of gonna jump right into it. And I'm just gonna talk and like catch you up like a chit chat. Get ready with me. It is 8:15 p.m. I just put the kids to bed, so I am gonna do a full face of makeup and then take it off. But if I do this when I actually do it, it might never happen because a lot of times it's with the kids, so it's chaos. So anyway, I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited to film with you. So I actually do want to jump right into it, but the first thing that I want to say before I do that is we're going to be talking a little bit about clean beauty today. And I'm going to tell you the products that I'm using, but there's a little bit of, I feel like, a disclaimer needed at the beginning of this video, which is I am not a clean beauty expert. However, I am typically really trying to use mostly clean beauty. Everything that I'm going to show you is not fully clean beauty today. But I have been like slowly switching my products over, and I'm going to talk about where I find my products, how I deem them as clean, what I trust, what websites I trust, what information I trust, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. But I'm not here to claim that like everything I'm going to use is perfectly clean, because it's not. We're using Milani, we're using Physicians Formula, we've got some Jaclyn Hill. But other than that, a lot of it is pretty good. So anyway, I do feel it is something that's like really important to me and something that I want to use more of is clean and natural beauty, and I'm going to talk about why. But first, we're going to get started. I'm going to zoom you in. We're like really doing it. I'm so excited right now. All right, so the first thing that I do, and don't ask me why it works this way, but the Saie Slip Tint is like one of the very best primers for my skin. I tend to have my skin is very normal right now. It's not oily and it's not dry. It's just very normal in the summer. In the winter it tends to get dry. So this slip tint, I have a moisturizer on, like a light daily moisturizer, but I put the Saie on, the tinted moisturizer, slip tint, whatever you want to call it. This is a brand new one, on as like my primer. So I take, see if I can move this over. I take that on this brush, and it's actually a Sonia Kashuk brush, flat top foundation brush. I use this for my slip tint and my foundation, and I put it all over, and not like super light, not crazy heavy, but I'm not like, I use like half a pump for each cheek and my forehead, and then I take it down my neck a little bit. This does have SPF in it, so it has SPF 35, so I use this as my daily sunscreen. I put this on every single day under my makeup, and I freaking love it. It's so good. This is my second bottle. I like it better than Ilia. My makeup lasts so much longer with this skin tint over Ilia. Then the foundation we're gonna use is like my new holy grail, you guys. I'm obsessed. The RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Natural Finish Foundation. I am using the shade 33 for summer. I apply it with my flat top foundation brush, and then I go back with a sponge and I just kind of smooth it out. It is a thicker foundation, and it kind of turned me off when I tried it for the first time, because I was like, this isn't gonna work for me, it's gonna be too drying. But then it wears so beautifully, and the finish actually is very natural. So it looks really beautiful. I'm gonna see, is that gonna be right in front of the camera? Oh no, beautiful, I can put it right in front of me. So I'm gonna put this all over my face. I'm gonna talk to you about clean beauty. So as you get older in life, you learn things. And generally, that's a really positive thing. You're learning things, you're learning new things. It's great, you're growing, all the things. But that's been a really sad and negative thing for me around beauty. But it's something that I felt like I couldn't run from anymore, that I felt like I couldn't hide from, that I felt like I had to face on, especially with my like health and wellness and like spirituality journey. I'm taking it over my lids as my primer. I just feel like there's so many, you know, toxic chemicals and things in makeup. That our skin is the largest organ in our body, right? It's everywhere. And I was like, I can't ignore this. I can't pretend like it's not a thing. I have to just like do my research and figure out who I want to be in this space. Not on YouTube, but just like for myself. And so I started about a year ago switching like everything to clean beauty products. And now I want to again say I'm not the expert, but I am learning about it, and I have been very active in my pursuit of it, but in my knowledge of it, but I don't know everything. And so don't come for me if I say something that like is just very beginner, you know, I'm still just learning. Anyway, that's what I want to say. I'm taking, it's the RMS Uncover Up Corrector Concealer, and you guys, it's epic. I just put a little bit right there, and I just use my sponge to blend that out. So good. So anyway, the FDA, as I know it right now, but I could be wrong on this number a little bit, bans 13 different things, chemicals, things like that, from being in our beauty products. The EU, I think it's the EU, is the regulating thing in Europe. It banned 1,700 ingredients, and companies that are listed as clean beauty on Ulta or on Sephora are able to do that because they don't have the 13 ingredients listed in the formula, but they have like a patented fragrance or parfum type like section, and they can put additive ingredients that are not clean in that without having to list it. So clean beauty standards of like Ulta and Sephora are kind of trash. It's like online research is your best way to do it. I'm using the Ogee, I don't know if you say it Ogee, Ogee is the brand, Hydrogenic Sculpted Face Stick, and this is in the shade Copper, and I do this right at my cheekbones, my temple up here. I do it to both sides. Okay, on the sides of my nose, under my lip, and then on my jawline. Creams before powders, so we're still working with creams, and I just am gonna slowly blend that out. So anyway, the Europe bans 1,700, the US bans 13. There is a brand that I found a couple years ago, called a website called Credo, and it is a brand, Credo Beauty, and they have a website where they sell makeup products, and they sell only clean makeup products. Clean not by Sephora standards, clean not by Ulta standards, clean by not by FDA standards. They have their own, they list on their website those numbers too. The FDA, how many are banned, how many Europe does, and they ban 2,700 ingredients, and they also ask for fragrance formulation disclosures, so that you can see if there are hidden chemical like toxic ingredients in there. So that's a really cool thing that they do. So anyway, they ban 2,700 ingredients, and it's just a website that I trust. If you go on it, you're probably gonna see so many brands that you have no idea what the heck they are. That was me at first, but Ilia is on there, Tower 28 is on there. There are so many brands that you would know. Merit, Westman Atelier, some like more mainstream stuff that you would know. RMS, I think it's Rowan or something like that. Rowan, R-O-E-N. Oops, I lost my earring. I'll pull these out actually. There are a lot of brands that you will know on there, and I really trust them with clean standards. And so that is where that's the first place that I go. I'm taking the Ogee Hydrogenic Sculpted Face Stick and Rose Quartz now, and this is a cream blush. I normally do like 2 stripes on my cheek, and then I take just another little like cream blending brush and I just dot that out. This is like everyday kind of glam makeup, not everyday natural makeup, although it looks incredibly natural, you guys. It like, seriously, it looks so gorgeous. So anyway, I really trust them, and I feel like when you are, you know, doing your research and you're learning these things, you have to find a blog, a resource, a person, or a group of people that you trust with this stuff a little bit, because it is all new, and they have been a very good resource for me, and I've learned a lot from them. Anyway, I really like their brand, and I trust them. I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Hill brightening and setting palette, and I always use the light banana, is that light banana? I think it's light banana right here, shade, and I take this just on a brush, and I just use this. This makes your skin so poreless. It's like the one not clean thing I can't get rid of because it's just so good. It's just so good. But especially when it comes to like base products, like foundations, cream products, concealers, I really want to be clean because those are sitting directly on my skin. And your skin is absorbing everything else, right? But especially those base products. And I normally just put this in the T-zone, and then I kind of just brush out whatever's left over on the brush. Okay? And then, so anyway, all that is to say, if you want to check them out, I'll put the link below. But Credo Beauty is kind of my standard and how I've been vetting beauty products. Now, Ogee or Ogee, when I said Ogee, that brand is one that I found myself online when I started like getting more interested in clean beauty. It kept popping up as like a recommendation. So I checked them out, and their brand seems to be relatively clean. They're not sold at Sephora, they're not sold at Ulta. They are sold online, and they're not sold on Credo Beauty. So anyway, what I want to do, and I honestly, like, I have YouTubed so many. You wouldn't even believe the amount of searches I've done for clean beauty on YouTube. My camera died, so I just did my brows. There, the lighting is coming back. But basically all I wanted to say about clean beauty is just that I'm trying harder. I'm very aware of what I'm putting on my body, in my body, especially I'm pregnant with my third baby right now. I've been pregnant a lot and breastfeeding for the last 5 years, and so I've learned a lot about what's safe in pregnancy, and I've done research on like if it's safe, if it's not safe in pregnancy, why is it safe in general? So anyway, it's fascinating what you can find if you search for it. Do your research, do your own research. It's painful for me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take my Physicians Formula bronzer, and I'm just gonna put this is what I do day to day, which I'm gonna do now. I'm not gonna do like big eyeshadow, and I put my bronzer just in my crease. But it's painful for me. I hate that like I can't go into the drugstore and like feel content buying like the Maybelline Superstay Foundation or the L'Oreal True Match or the Milani Conceal and Perfector, like some of my favorite, even the NARS Longwear Concealer. There are so many products that I like ride or die for that I just feel like I can't use anymore. And like the ignorance is bliss. I miss it a little bit, you know? You start to miss it. You start to feel like, oh, I wish I didn't know all of this, but also I'm really grateful for the knowledge and the ability to make decisions based on that. So that's what I'm doing for me. It feels like it's what's best for me. I'm gonna take a little brush now and just take the same bronzer and put it underneath my lash line. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for me, and I encourage you to do whatever feels best for you. And that's gonna be different for everybody, and that is totally okay. Just run that along the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna do Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I'm probably gonna buy the Ilia one next, but I've not been very impressed. I've tried a couple clean ones, and I haven't found one that I like. So Tarte is like a high performance naturals type of brand, and so I do feel okay using like their eyeshadows and their mascaras and stuff. I don't use any of their foundations or concealers or anything like that. But there aren't clean eyeshadow is pretty hard to come across. There are some palettes though, and some things that I want to try. But basically, like, my point is I have done so many searches on YouTube for clean beauty to help me in my journey. And you guys, I'm not kidding. I have found nothing. I have found videos about how clean beauty is like a ruse, how it's not real. And I'm like, that's not true. Like, our makeup's loaded with endocrine disruptors, hormone disruptors. It's loaded with carcinogens, toxins, things that they're not telling you that are in makeup. And even when it lists the ingredients and you don't see it, if it says fragrance or parfum, chances are it still probably has those ingredients. It just doesn't have to list them because that is their blend, and so they can put whatever they want in it without disclosing it. So anyway, it's a bit tricky, right? It's a bit tricky. And so I tend to try to show you guys a lot of clean beauty on this channel, and that includes clean skincare, because I'm not using like mainstream skincare. I am and I'm not. There are some that are cleaner and that you can use, and then I'm using my Physicians Formula bronzer to just bronze myself up a little more. And then there are some that say they're clean that just aren't. Okay, so anyway, this has been a very like long chit-chatty about clean beauty, but I just want you to know where I'm coming from. And I felt like, I was like, do I make a video before I do a get ready with me? I'm just taking it down the neck about clean beauty and just talk about it. And I was like, no, I don't really want to do that. I want to just do my makeup, chat about it with you guys, and have you understand where I'm coming from and where I want to go with this and what I want to show you. And then we'll go from there. My last step is just to put on my Milani Luminoso blush. Again, not clean, okay? So it's not, I'm not perfect, and I'm not claiming to be perfect, but it's just where, you know, my energy is right now, where I'm trying to switch things up in my routine. You guys wouldn't believe the amount of makeup I have gotten rid of. It was painful. It was sad. It was hard. Hard, because I love so many products that are not great for your body. But that's where we are. So I'm just gonna do this, put a little bit on my chin, and then I'm going to do a little spritz of the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. I actually really love this, and it's a pretty good, okay. I don't know what it is. The last mini I had was so good, and this one, the spritzer is a little off. So kind of sprays funky. I like that one. And, you know, it's hard for me to like want to buy foundations and things like that that aren't clean to try them, especially like foundations and concealers and lip products. But I'm not gonna say I never will. YouTube won't be the reason. Like, I'm not gonna do it just to review it for you guys. In fact, I actively want to kind of expose the community to more of the clean beauty that just has better for you ingredients. This is the Living Libations, which is an unbelievable clean line. It's the Maiden Firm Blushing Balm, and it's all natural. I love their skincare, and I use a lot of it. And it has this like beautiful red tint, and this is what I use day to day, or I use like an Ilia tinted balm, something like that. So I want to show you guys really quick up close the way that the skin looks. Hoping you can see how it's like poreless. And I think my pores have shrunk since getting pregnant, which is kind of crazy because I feel like usually they get bigger, especially because I'm pregnant with a baby girl. But for some reason, they're smaller / kind of non-existent. So I will just thank God for that and take that as a win. But that is kind of my everyday glam routine. I'm also gonna do an everyday natural routine, which has a lot of the same products, but it's also got some other ones in there mixed in that I can literally do my makeup in like 5 to 8 minutes with that. But when I want like longer, more glam, something that's gonna last a little bit longer, a little bit more full coverage, this is what I'm doing. I will list all of the products for you guys below. I'm just really glad to be back. It feels very fun to just film makeup videos and just be back with you guys and be back with myself in my happy place, playing with makeup and maybe sharing some of my thoughts with you. So I hope it helps. I feel like I'm so out of breath. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant or if it's because I forgot how fast I talk when I'm doing these videos. So I'm sorry if it was so fast. Maybe I was nervous to be back. But yeah, I'm excited. I love you guys. More to come, and I'll see y'all soon.